Hello, church family. It's 2 Minute Tuesday. As I mentioned last week, from now until June, my 2 Minute Tuesday videos will be focused on a collection of my favorite Bible passages. This week's passage is Psalm 13. Hear the word of the Lord. How long, Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long must I wrestle with my thoughts and day after day have sorrow in my heart? How long will my enemy triumph over me? Look on me and answer, Lord my God. Give light to my eyes, or I will sleep in death. And my enemy will say, I have overcome him, and my foes will rejoice when I fall. But I trust in your unfailing love. My heart rejoices in your salvation. I will sing the Lord's praise, for he has been good to me. When we read a psalm like Psalm 13, we may find ourselves asking, am I really allowed to talk to God that way? What we have to remember is that the Psalms are the prayer book of the Bible. These are words that God gives God's people to speak back to God. Any words that you find in any psalm are words that God permits us to say to him. And what a gift, because we, God's people, often find ourselves in circumstances for which we don't have words. There can be a deep divide between what we know in our heads and what we feel in our hearts. Sometimes our heads don't give our hearts permission to feel what we're feeling. We know, for example, that what the Catechism says is true. All things, in fact, come to us not by chance, but by God's fatherly hand. But sometimes bad stuff happens that we can't imagine our Father allowing. Or we know in our heads that God's words in Isaiah 49 are true. I will not forget you. See, I have engraved you on the palms of my hands. But sometimes it feels like we've been forgotten. Guess what? God knows all this. God knows. Sometimes things happen that feel so bad we can't imagine them working out for our good. God knows sometimes we feel alone or abandoned. So God gave us these words to pour out our hearts when our hearts and our heads disagree. Psalm 13 is God's permission to tell God that you feel forgotten. But it is also God's gentle encouragement to allow our heads to speak his truth to our hearts. Psalm 13 ends not with abandonment, but invitation, the invitation to look back and remember. It might not feel like God is being good right now, but God has been good because God is good. That means he will be good again. At the cross, Jesus the Son was forsaken by God the Father. The cross is God's guarantee that he will never forsake you. It's God's guarantee that he will never forget you. You can trust his unfailing love. He has been and will be good to you.